Yeah, he's not DJ Khaled.
Man, that's not even applicable.
I'm just talking about Riz.
Yeah, that's not. You're getting nothing out of me on that one.
All right, fine. My brain. Okay.
Can't unhear it.
This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum.
Poop and pee walk into a bar. That's it.
Okay.
Refresh. Welcome to the Backwards Beats podcast. I'm Carl Carter Fansteel.
I'm Dan Richard Woodard.
I love that. Have you ever considered going full dick?
My dad was full dick.
He was.
Yeah.
Dick Woodard.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
You have Dick Wood in your name.
I do. Yeah.
What was his middle?
Francis?
Dick Frank Woodard.
Yeah.
Look, the Frank counts.
It does.
In the hot dog sense.
It does.
Oh, I love your phallic family.
Yeah, it's fantastic. His nickname was Chopper.
That's not
Because-
a hot
because
term on the...
Because of wood.
Okay. The other two, not so cool.
No.
All right. Well, Carter and Carl. Carl's farmer. Carter is a guy who carts shit around. Mm-hmm. So I'm a peasant. Fansteel is either panhandler or like a tinker.
Nice.
That's a poor ass name.
It is. And I think Woodard is the German version of Woodward, which is basically someone who works in the woods, like a woodsman.
Got it. We're humble people is what we're trying to say.
We're humble.
But not so humble that we don't think we have musical opinions about everything.
If we didn't, we wouldn't have a podcast.
Precisely. And this podcast happens to review Rolling Stone magazine's top 500 albums of all time as stated in 2023.
That's correct.
And we happen to be on episode number, or album number.
459.
Whom is?
This is Scott Kid Cudi.
That's right. And the album name is two-part.
Man on the Moon, colon, The End of the Day.
And don't follow that for deluxe edition 18 cut. This is a 15 cut album.
Correct. Properly cut.
Yes. I had a good joke. I did not say it. Nonetheless.
Rabbi cut.
There it is. Rabbi. Welcome to Maryland. And we're going to review it today for you.
That's right, because that's what we do.
So, do you want to give the intro or shall I?
Go. Oh, let's hear the intro.
Oh, I mean, I don't have an iPad full of notes. However, I will say, I do know a thing or two about this.
That's great. Before we go into the intro, we don't do a lot of upfront housekeeping, but since we're coming into season 3 of this podcast, we're super thankful for everyone who's been supporting us, listening to us, liking us, subscribing, doing all the social media crap. Definitely appreciate that. And if you do like the content, and I know based on the numbers, we have some people who like what we're doing, so I appreciate that.
We're growing.
A couple things that would be helpful. If you're on Spotify, I think about 40% of the people who listen to us on Spotify on the regular are actually following us. So go ahead and do that. That helps
Easy
more
follow.
than helps
Easy
more than
follow.
think. Yep. Apple, we're about 60%, which is great.
That's hefty.
If you could spend 10 to 20 seconds leaving us a review, because Spotify isn't as algorithmically based. So it's really word of mouth, or if you already have a marketing team behind you.
And
So
Apple makes it easy because you if you're listening with them, your profile is like already embedded. Like you will not have to jump through a password layer or anything.
No.
You can simply hit stars and write like good shit.
Yep. Yeah. And so that helps more than anything because they either go through that word of mouth or they go through ratings more than they would care to admit, ratings and reviews. So if you like what we're doing, you think other people would like it, like just a couple of like positive, ideally, ratings would be fantastic. That would really help us out. Thank you in advance for your support.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, how about the YouTubers? How do you make YouTube great?
YouTube kind of is its own thing. They're more algorithmically based. We don't need YouTube. We use it for two reasons. One, to market the show, and two, we now that we're doing video,
We have a lot of, like, it's been it's one of the reasons we've pushed to video for season 3.
Yep. And it's there, and we're already seeing the fact with our side content. I'm seeing actual conversion. So that's great. More people are listening and liking, and that's helping. So again, if you like the show, share the show with a friend who you think would also like it.
Which is the most important thing you could do.
Yeah.
Honestly, like engagement on the real level is what we want.
Yeah. And
we could have bought likes a long time ago.
I'm more into, can we get 1,000 real fans than 100,000 subscribers? That doesn't mean anything to me. I'd rather have 1,000 real fans who are engaged, interested in the content, in it for the long haul, because this is a 12-year commitment. Well,
Yeah.
now 11 years because we're already a year in.
But we're looking, what the conversation before we turned the mics on tonight was, how do we do a live one of these
Yeah.
in spring?
Yep.
And like we talked about it for a half hour. So the live fans will matter.
Yep.
Having people who want to join us and be part of it, we're going to do, it'll be inclusive. You don't have to just watch us yell at each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be engaging. We'll write an ad on air. And so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We want to do it at no cost to you and no cost to us. There's ways to do that. So, we'll foot it if we have to, but
If you're in Maryland.
a couple friends will help.
Yep.
If a few people have a few beers at a room and join us, we can have a party.
That'd be great.
All right.
So thank you for all of that. We're talking about Kid Cudi's album, Man on the Moon, The End of the Day, album 459. Scott Kid Cudi was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and he moved to New York in 2004. He is of African-American and Mexican descent. So Cudi is the Mexican piece of it. He grew up being inspired by alternative hip-hop groups like Tribe Called Quest,
Hey.
The Far Side.
Hey.
Yeah. And he worked, and so he has this interesting sort of background here where he's actually known for obviously his music, but he also has this whole like sort of fashion thing that's a bit of his vibe here. And one of the things that really informed his music was the passing of his father at the age of 11. And it's funny because when I was listening to this album before I'd done the research, I'm like, oh God, this guy's got daddy issues. Oh, well, because I wasn't paying that close attention. It wasn't until he's like, my dad left me lonely. I'm like, all right, man, everyone's got daddy issues. What's going on? But then once I went back and listened in, he does address the death of his father, which is a big deal for him. And
As a kid, sure.
yeah. And so as he was getting into music, he actually had a single that he released on his MySpace page.
Hey, let's go. Tom's my friend.
Tom was my friend too. Back in 2007, it got viral traction, and he released his full-length project in a mixtape called A Kid Named Cudi in 2008. That mixtape caught the attention of one Kanye West.
Yes. Which is evident throughout this album.
Yes, who signed him to his label of Good Music. And part of that signing came to deal with the fact that Cudi was involved in the production of Kanye's album 808s and Heartbreak. And he has co-writing credits on several of the songs like Heartless and Paranoid. So what's really interesting about Kid Cudi here is is even though he came kind of from nowhere, this is one of those examples of who you know makes a big deal.
A massive deal, because it turned out to be some of the biggest hitters in the league.
Yeah, because, as a Midwesterner, right, he had other people who got involved at that time. Common, another Midwesterner, who's probably not on this album. And this album, before released, was considered was in high anticipation. Like, people were ready for this album to come out.
I didn't know any of that about this album.
Yeah, so if you think about it, it's really interesting because not only did he have the backing of Kanye, it was because of that backing of Kanye, the writing credits that he had and some of the like award shows and things that he was already a part of before he had an album out.
People were saying, okay, when's the kid going to drop? When is it going to drop? Yeah.
Yep.
And that's evident.
Yeah, so there was hype before the album, which is really prevalent. And rap was going through a transition phase. It goes through these ebbs and flows, and right now we have the Midwest faction coming into play. We've already talked about with
Juvenile.
What's that?
Well, Juvenile, we started to talk.
Yeah, we talked about the South, right? And how that came out, because Juvenile was New Orleans, and now we have this Midwest faction. And you also have to think about how rap ebbs and flows from the somewhat introspective to gangster rap to Cash Money and Hoes to now what we're calling emo rap.
This is emo,
and he is the progenitor, I would say, of emo rap. In many
I would
cases.
say it's one of the tenets of why he has his stake in this list.
Yeah,
Rolling Stone is hot on giving founders their stake.
Yeah. And this is a lot more, for hip hop especially, very introspective.
Indeed. It's very journalistic. It's raw. It offers a lot of insight that makes you vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that was frowned upon in the 90s.
In hip hop, at least.
I mean, Nas got away with it in the best way. I think Nas was the prototype for just unlatching the door, because he could follow it up. He would talk about his insecurity and immediately talk about his security.
Yeah.
And who doesn't have that? There's a place for it.
Yep.
That's always been in most cultures, but in hip hop it was hard because for a while it was all about flexing. Mm-hmm. So eventually you have to change and something has to take new root. And this to me was like a journal.
For sure. And I think people would go as far as saying, like, even artists like Post Malone probably wouldn't have the platform that they have if it didn't start here.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Not that he's a hip hop artist, but
no. We're in founders territory.
Yep.
It's one of the big reasons this album hit the list.
Yeah. The album was recorded between 2007 and 2009 at a number of different studios, including Avex.
Shaq Studio.
No, it wasn't.
We did not do it here.
But it was recorded at Avex Recording Studio in Honolulu. So think about this, your very first album. Granted, he has writing credits on one of the biggest rap artists of all time, right?
Yep.
So he has writing credits there. But can you imagine your first album, like he's untested other than some writing credits on an album, and he's already like being flown around the world to.
They're like, Jack Johnson wants to meet you.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson has no credits on this album, by the way.
No, but could you imagine Jack Johnson having a take?
Yeah, actually would have, dude. I talk about a format I would have loved, just Cudi and Johnson.
Yeah.
Would have sounded fantastic.
Yeah. It would have. A lot of producers on this album, obviously including Kanye, also executive producers, Emil Kanye, Plain Pat.
Plain Pat.
Fantastic.
Plain Pat stuff might be the best stuff on the album.
Ooh, I might think Dot to Genius might be the best stuff on the album.
Well, it depends on the songs you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
And Jeff Bosker.
Otherwise known as?
Oh, he's got another name.
He has a pseudonym.
He has a pseudonym.
It's in my notes.
It's in my notes
pull it
too.
later.
Yeah, I have it later.
I asked the question and I was like, oh, none of us know it right now.
No.
But it's in my notes.
It's in my notes too. We'll get there. Obviously, Kanye collaborates on this. Common is in there. MGMT and Rat-a-Tat.
Let's go. And Chip the Rap.
And Chip the Rapper.
I mean, considering you're running like a 11-man crew there for something that was groundbreaking-esque.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and this album is credited for, or we believe that it's heavily influenced based on his work on 808s and Heartbreak, which makes some sense. It did quite well, quadruple platinum. It was given the best hip hop album 2009, considered a game changer for its willingness to explore mental health in hip hop. I feel like it's a little generous, but that's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Sold 104,000 copies in its first week, which is pretty good in 2009. And like I said, quadruple platinum. The big hits on this are Day and Night and Pursuit of Happiness. And who is a producer on...
On what?
On Pursuit of Happiness? Dr. Genius, yeah. Okay,
was that Dr. Genius?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
The other thing that's interesting about this album is the concept album.
Dan loves a concept album.
Well, we've talked about this a little bit. We haven't talked about concept albums in hip hop, but like the Far Side has a narrative that goes through it. But I wouldn't call the Far Side's album a concept
There's
album.
a million concept albums in hip hop, though.
Right.
But
this is like dead on.
There's a narrator.
Yeah.
And no, and it's clear as day. You don't have to go read the wiki page to figure this one out.
No.
Like they've clearly written it, but this is not new in hip hop
No.
at all. And even with the Far Side, it's not new. Like a concept album, there's always been a storyline. It's been part of the hip hop culture in like the more recent years than almost any genre.
Right. No, I mean, hell, Eminem made an album, made a movie. Right?
Who's not
Right.
doing
So,
a
yeah.
concept album in hip hop might be the better question to ask come 2000, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Next to Broadway. Like,
And I guess though, I bring it up because this is like almost to that level of concept.
this is
album.
written to a concept album chart.
Yeah.
Every 4 or 5 songs, you have a narrator, and it goes through. I mean, it's not a hard one to follow.
Well, there are 5 acts, named acts in this. Yeah. In
So-
this album.
I love a concept album.
Yep. It was nominated for 3 Grammys. It's been reissued on vinyl a number of times. There are other versions of it. As you mentioned, we're going to do the original version.
So the original is 15 songs.
Yep.
The extended, the one you'll find on most streaming platforms, is 18.
Yep.
You're not really missing anything in the back half. Not towards the story, at least.
No.
You'll catch a good tune there.
Yeah. And there's a remix.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So breakout album. Obviously, Kid Cudi has done very well for himself. And
I'd say
yeah.
he was a media figure for a while too. There was social media awards. He hooked up with hot girls who were in prominent spotlights. Mm-hmm. So he's been through the ringer.
See the John Mayer of hip hop.
Nay, he's not slayed that many hot girls.
Okay.
Day or night. Look at John Mayer's list versus his. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Like, honestly,
yeah.
that's not a thing.
All right.
Also, he lacks his John Mayer's talent.
For sure.
There it is. Sorry, Cud. Like, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, we got some therapy.
that's right. Anything else notable you want to mention?
We'll cover the rest as we go through this, I think.
Beautiful. Let's take a break.
All right.
Cash Money Repossession Services. Used car moguls, are you sick of these low credit losers treating your lot like a library? Sick of buy here, pay here, becoming drive away, never pay? You gave them a chance, a 24% APR and a functional transmission, and they spat in your face. Don't file the paperwork, don't call the cops, it's your title, it's time to call Cash Money. When B Snatch knocks, he will collect interest. If they try to hide that 2014 Altima under a tarp, he'll harpoon the chassis and drag the car and whatever structural support beam it's tied to. He don't do grace periods. He'll kick down the door, suplex that emo son, and upper decker every toilet in the house. This isn't your daddy's repo service. This is cash money repossession services. 1 winch, 1 beast snatch, 10 tons of pure, unadulterated car dealer power. Get your inventory back and leave those deadbeat subprime scumbags weeping on the curb.
Who wants to go Ruby Tuesdays?
So talk to me about King Missile.
Well, the first time I heard of King Missile is because I asked, what is in my ass? Mm-hmm. And the second time I heard about King Missile was from a little girl on the playground. She walked up to me and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Sir, is that your son?" I said, "Yeah, it's my son." Mm-hmm. And she said, "He's really cute." And I said, "I like his fluffy hair." I said, "I like his fluffy hair." She goes, "Have you heard the word?" I said, "No." And she goes, "About King Missile." Mm-hmm. I said, "Oh, that." And it's just air.
Is that all
It's like an inward fart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not talking about the song from King Missile.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's the thing?
Oh, you're not familiar with the song Detachable Penis?
Oh, I would sing with the 6-year-old who told me that I could breathe through my butt.
Okay. When you're going with 6-year-olds, when I'm thinking of detachable penis, I'm like, where is this conversation going?
I mean, I'm just going off the sources I had, Daniel.
Gotcha.
Don't be gross.
It's a classic song from the 90s.
I know. Found it at a yard sale. Took that from a lady. Negotiated.
And he realized it was his.
Detachable penis.
That's correct.
But that's not the King Missile I'm familiar with.
Gotcha.
Okay. Leave your judgment at home.
I'm not judging you. I'm just...
Okay.
I think we're square.
Okay. I prefer oval shaped. All right, first song.
Yoni.
In My Dreams, the Cutter Anthem.
Should I just start off right away with the first impression?
Please do.
So I listened to the first 5 songs of this album, and I sent you like this rage text.
Yes, you did.
And one of the things that I actually appreciate about doing this podcast is that over time, things can change. And I would encourage everybody to give things more than one shot.
Yeah, took me about 4 or 5 to even care.
Yes, because I was mad when I was listening to the first time through this. Like, Rolling Stone, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Because Kid Cudi can't sing.
No, not even a little.
And in some cases, can't really rap.
Early album, it's real bad.
Yeah. I'm like, can you just like wake up enough from your wake and bake to enunciate a couple words?
So, theory.
Okay.
It's meant to get progressively better throughout the course of the album.
As it does.
Agreed. I'd only suggested having listened to the album 9 times.
9 times.
9. But it takes some listens to be like top 500.
Right. We've all been sad. We've all been depressed in our rooms. We've all dreamed for things. And that's what this album is about. Someone who has a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of beliefs, and a lot of dreams.
Yep.
And this song, In My Dream, kicks us off there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is where you really kind of get like the concept of emo rap, I would say, because I think it takes patience to enjoy this song.
Agreed entirely. My notes are the production immediately stands out. You've got pretty high-end sounding everything. You have these really lush strings that are notable.
Yeah.
You've got this cool bottom end thing going on, a decent beat. It's of the time for 2000 late.
Yep.
As one would say.
2009, yep.
Yeah. And the it feels like such a good soundscape. And then you hear a relatively unproduced and also like lacking any real
Chutzpah.
vocal attitude.
Right.
Just seems like an apathetic dude.
I'm in my room.
It just was like, man, like, okay, let's see where this goes.
Yep.
It's hard to place judgment then. But what I knew was I'm not getting into a guy who really can sing. I knew that immediately. That was clear. I was like, Kenny rap. Well, you're not going to find that on this song.
Not in this song.
So, I like the soundscape. I do not like his performance, but he is reading off a tale of it's kind of just he seems unhappy, and his tonality of his voice is matching what he's saying. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
It's a very earnest account of displeasure and kind of a little bit of the backstory of his life. And I'm like, all right, I guess we listen on.
Yeah. And I believe you don't come into this song or this album, and it's whatever. It's low on the list of listens. It's an introduction, which is important. If you spend the time to listen to an album as a piece of art, I believe that's how most of this album needs to be consumed as a whole. I don't think listening track by track or picking my favorite. There's a couple songs that stand out. For the most part, you need to listen to this in its entirety from beginning to end.
The Cudi you hear right now is not the Cudi at song 9, let alone 14, right? Like it's,
I love song 9, actually.
Me too. He grows.
Yes.
He grows throughout the album. I unfortunately can't say he chose to art this out and underperformed on song 1. I think he just took a tone. It's not a good one.
It's not. This is tough.
This is not how you sell an album.
If I wasn't doing a podcast, I would have stopped probably 28 seconds into this.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
No matter how good the production is,
And-
which it was very good.
And I'll say, for the most part, for the critiques I'm going to give on some of these songs, most of the tracks are pretty good.
Oh yeah. Overall, I mean, if you wanted me to give like 6 out of 5 stars to this album, we could have put like, I could tell you who my most favorite, his most favorite even thing. Like
Everything you just said is a fantastic pile of words, but go ahead.
The 5 artists I want to hear over these tracks produced.
Yeah.
And not to say he doesn't do justice to a few of them. He certainly does.
Yeah.
But Cudi has a way of just kind of being, it's like he wants you to hear his bedroom persona.
Yep.
Which is not a good musician.
It's not.
Sorry. Don't make assumptions based upon these statements about how I feel about this album. I know I seem down on it right now, but it's just like you get a really high-end production, a decent message, and a very low-level performance.
Yep.
Fair enough?
Yeah. Let's move on because there's more stuff to talk about that.
Plenty. So he scooted into a soundtrack to my life using
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, guys. We're past that. And the transition from songs works well.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately know it's a concept album because we came out the past song on a monologue.
Yeah, with Common's.
It is Common, right? Yep. So my initial note was like, that has to be Common, right? And I could have told you that without ever reading a liner note.
Yeah.
Common sounds like Common. I've been listening to Common, previously Common Sense, since he was way back in the game.
Yeah, and I've seen enough John Wick movies.
And before he was an actor.
Yeah.
Common's Common.
Yeah.
And he's a fantastic
And talk about a
narrator.
man who can wear a suit.
Ooh, I'd fuck Common.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let him fuck me, but I'd fuck Common.
Yeah.
I
did
yeah,
him.
that's a handsome man. Mm-hmm. And he's well spoken, and I'm familiar with his rap
Scott's
career.
not no shabby. He's not an unattractive.
I'm not-
But,
yeah,
but Common's like
No,
whew, yeah.
Common's classic.
Yeah.
I got nothing against Scotty. Okay, nothing. Common's classic, and he's of my era.
Yeah.
So hearing him on it, I felt like, okay, he's got an arm around him. This album can't go too astray.
Yeah. I struggled a little bit in the previous thing where he's like, in his monologue, he's talking about like, nobody's ever expressed feelings in such a like meaningful way. And I think it's like, if he added in hip hop, then it's fine.
First monologue was like a little cringy towards the end. It was like, we're telling you we're groundbreaking. Mm-hmm. And then it ends up on the list. And you're like, don't tell me what I think. But I really enjoy Common's, Common being the Morgan Freeman of the album. That's awesome.
And Andy Dufresne.
And it's a good day to be in the album. It was a breath of fresh air at the end of the day.
Yeah. So soundtrack to my life.
Nice. Go in.
We walk in with him quoting Jay-Z.
Immediately. It won't be the first time he's quoting other rappers.
Oh, it's all over the place here. And what's funny about that is, so it's 99 Problems is what he's quoting. And I think if you're coming in with a concept album about the story of your life and how you're unsupported, there's a lot of stuff that goes on here, and you come in with 99 Problems and all of them are bitches, it's like that actually kind of like dilutes your story, in my opinion. I mean, it shows that you're quoting Jay-Z, but
first quarter of this album for me felt like he was trying to like get out of the rap flex.
Right.
I mean, he's yelling about the Jay-Z line over like Katy Perry's Roar beat.
Yeah, I do like the sort of keyboard part at the beginning.
The keyboard part's good. Well,
Yeah.
the weird oscillating thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the beat's kind of weak.
Yeah, I like him thanking his mom for Christmas.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's nice.
He's giving shout outs. Look, you're getting like this, like the same thing that Biggie said, but like the thing about Cudi you've learned by song 2 is he's not terribly poetic or artistic.
No,
It all sounds like a journal entry.
that's what we're hearing. We're
The
hearing
entire album. He doesn't do any fun lyrical wordplay that really sticks out. He has moments where he has some fun pushes, but it's almost conversational the whole time.
And I'm curious because when we get to the fun pushes, if you look at the songwriter on those songs, might not be him.
Who that?
But I do like the fact that it mentions Charles in Charge.
Yep.
Are you familiar with Charles in Charge?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
He drops several of those.
Dark Side of the Moon, The Sixth Sense.
Indeed.
Like there's a bunch of cool, like fun, like thing he talks about.
They're like pop indie references.
Yeah.
He's relatable in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I like. It doesn't feel musical when he does it.
No. When other rappers do it, it's like, oh, listen to how he like strings that into a line. He's just saying Charles in Charge.
But he's not out of cadence, and he's singing it in a tune that makes sense. The problem is I can't put my finger on why I don't like it.
Because all of these emotions keep pouring out of me, and I just feel like I've got a crybaby on my hands right now.
Yeah, he's such a sap. And furthermore, he has no inflection. He doesn't. This is in
All of these emotions are pouring out.
for the
come on.
entirety of the album. It's just like weaker Kanye.
Right.
And we're gonna get into all the Kanye on this album. You already mentioned it,
Right.
but it's emo Kanye.
Right. And so what's funny is we've walked through the end of season 2. We ended with essentially a concept album with Bon Iver.
Sure.
And then we walk into episode 1 of season 3 with a concept album about an all-night party,
Lord, yeah.
right? With Lord. And now we're in another concept album.
And this one clear cut.
This one's for sure.
This is a voyage through childhood into manhood, into drug exploration, into peace with self, into I don't give a fuck at y'all.
Right.
It's just an arc, right?
That's the arc. And it's good.
It's
actually
a pretty good arc. It's by the way, it's cohesive as shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to search far. You don't have to be a literary expert to figure this one out.
Yeah.
And Common like carries you to the next one.
Now the next thing we're going to talk about is the next thing.
Yeah, it couldn't be more Mr. Rogers in that sense. However, I would like more musicianship in this push, because what I'm getting is a very flat timbre with poor rapping.
Right.
And then choruses, like it's a pop song.
Right. So more musicianship from the person whose name is on the album.
Which is funny because the backing tracks are fun.
Almost all, like I said, all the backing tracks.
All but 2 I like.
That's so funny. We don't talk about this, and you're right. I think
all
you're
but 2.
objectively right. All but 2.
I couldn't tell you the 2 off the top of my head, but I swear that's like where I landed.
Yeah. All right. Should we move along?
Yeah, I think so.
A, B, C.
Okay, so my worst problem is you could have sang ABC. You sang C, D, E.
That's true.
I tuned it.
So here's the thing. So here's
The notes could have just simply been ABC.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me he couldn't speak lower. He could have.
So here's the funny thing. So this song, that all of the good parts of this song are sampled from the song ABC Auto Industry by OMD, by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. And do you know OMD?
No, I know OMG.
So you know the song If You Leave from the movie Pretty in Pink.
Yes, I know that song.
That's OMD.
Oh, okay.
But they also were fairly experimental. And the song ABC Auto Industry by OMD is the ABC 1, 2, 3. And
You would have thought you grabbed the Jacksons thing, like.
except that it's the original song. I didn't check it. It's different tuning.
Hold on, should they pitch it out of ABC physically?
Yeah, I don't know if it's ABC. I didn't actually listen to it, but it's a different key. But here's what's cool about that song. You should listen to ABC Auto Industry by OMD. It's about a minute and maybe 2 minute long. Very interesting thing. Here's what's cool about it. It's ABC, ABC, 1, 2, 3, and what it does is it's a polyrhythm. It's ABC 1. So you have like this 2 against 3 polyrhythm that's happening. That's in the original song, and it's in here, including my favorite part of the song, which is the 1 to 4 chord progression on the timpani.
So the timpani part was notable. I was just staring at my notes from that. I like that, but they spam the shit out of those 2 samples.
Right.
It's wildly
It's all from that one song.
and it's too loud.
Yeah.
And it's split between left ear and right ear.
Yeah.
And it covers actually his best vocal performance yet.
Right. Because when he gets into
I actually like Cudi in this style.
Yeah.
But now you're just yelling ABC 1, 2, 3 and these weird samples over me,
Right.
which doesn't stoke me. Use it. Take a note from old school hip hop. Use the sample, serve the rapper, tell the story, use the sample again, seal the deal.
Yeah.
Second verse is almost unlistenable because they have 1, 2, 3 and ABC going at the same time while he's talking.
Which is the original song, because the original song ends up with more ABC 1, 2, 3s polyrhythmically.
But the original song didn't have him trying to tell a story about his life in the middle of it.
Correct.
Fuck that song.
Yep.
Like, that makes me mad.
Yeah.
That was a bad production note. Up until now, I've been complaining about Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
Now the producers did him dirty. I actually like his performance in this a lot. He got into some flow. I was like, love this. This felt like, late 2010s. Like I remember that time. This felt good.
Yep. And now
until it was spammed.
Right. Now here's where I'll say that the choice for them to retune the song was a good choice, because the key that they moved to C, right? The timpani sounds richer and fuller than it does on the original recording. So the timpani actually sounds aesthetically better than on the OMD track.
But the timpani is so less played, so I have to tolerate the spamming of others so the timpani can get better.
Yeah, because that other song is a thought experiment in polyrhythms and ABC 1, 2, 3.
This song sounds more like hip hop. There's a drum beat that's like Tribe Called Quest, Cudi, like a De La Soul type thing.
Agree.
He's rapping like Kanye, and that's fine. And it all works, except the overuse of those samples annoys me to death, as if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Should we move on to Act 2?
Yeah, let's go.
So the first one was Act 1. We should call out the acts. So the first one is Act 1, called The End of the Day. We're now moving into Act 2, which is called The Rise of the Night Terrors, with the first song, which is
Solo Dolo.
Solo Dolo, which really just means doing something alone.
Yeah.
That's the...
Well, so I went and looked up the word dolo, which, if you look at it, there's a medicine called dolo.
Yeah.
Dolo is now, I think dolo in post got this designation though.
Yeah. Solo Dolo.
I don't think dolo was a thing prior to this.
I don't know if it was. Urban Dictionary would come up with doing it by yourself.
There you go. And that's why I think it hit. The track opens with some, ominous pizzicato stringy thing.
Blump, blump, blump. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's solo dolo. What else are you going to do? You're going to make yourself feel out there and alone.
Well, it's also Solo Dolo Nightmare,
Yeah.
right? And here we get more loneliness.
Seems to be a theme here.
Yeah. And again, first time through it, I'm not engaged yet.
No. The most engagement I've had in this album was last song.
Mm-hmm.
During verses only.
Yeah.
First verse specifically.
Yep. Yes. And I appreciate his vulnerability. But thematically, there's way too much like victimhood being expressed through his lyrics for me to resonate with it.
Yeah.
But as the song progresses, eventually, like, he knows better than to do some of the things he does, and he's like, "When will I ever learn to do the things that the lyrics in my songs?"
Well,
tell me
that's
to do?"
the
Right.
ending line, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is so powerful.
Yeah.
He has some things he does here that really strike me. There's a choral line
Yep.
that's really strong. I learned after about my third listen to this album is like Cudi sounds better produced. Which would allow me to just go ahead and like pre-apologize. Like, I will shit on people being overproduced.
He needs it.
I was begging for him to be produced.
Where's T-Pain? Yeah.
I didn't want it to fall on, but like when you have a wall of him, it sounds strong. A little verb or delay on him, it sounds strong. He has a better message. A little autotune to bump those notes. He's always flat.
Always.
He's always flat. He cannot sing.
Solo Dolo. Oh my God.
But when you push it up, you actually get kind of like a rich baritone out of him. And I don't need a perfect singer. I just need a good track.
No.
So
Yeah, you'll get that later when he's produced. To your point.
oh yeah. It's really convincing.
Yep.
So let me read some notes here.
Let's hear it.
I wrote a ton on this one. So some of my big ones were chord style, wall of unison voices work surprisingly well and make Cudi sound stronger than he does as a solo. My favorite line in the song was gargle on my mayonnaise. Dope line, hip. Narratively speaking, loneliness, depression will always be his thing. I do like the song. I think it's a little melodramatic for what he's going for. Now, I know he's trying to push the front end of the album to be like big depression before he goes into his drug phases.
Right.
He sold that.
He did, except that I just don't really like buy it. I'm not convinced. Like, everybody feels senses of doubt. Everybody has, like, he's not expressing anything that most people don't deal with. He's expressing it more intensely. He's being more open about it. But everybody at some point in their life either feels like they're all by themselves or not understood. They feel lonely. Everyone goes through this. So I'm like,
when you're feeling these emotions, I'm used to you either yelling it in rap or soulfully singing it.
Right.
He just sounds so fucking Xanax about all of it.
Right. And I'm not hearing a reason to be that Xanaxed about it.
I just don't feel bad for him yet.
Yeah. I mean,
And I should. He said some wicked shit,
yeah.
but it's like he's not even trying to convince you.
Right.
It's like I'm reading off Substack.
There's a little bit of like rub some dirt on it at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hate to be that dude, but that's the dude we are.
Yeah.
All right, move
So
on.
I will say the sample in this is a song called "The Traitor" by Mahinan Street Band, and you should go check out the song "The Traitor" by Mahinan Street Band.
Thanks for getting that in
yeah,
notes.
yeah.
Big ups.
Yep.
Song number 5, "Heart of a Lion." Roar.
Roar.
Otherwise known as Kid Cudi theme music.
Yeah. I'm now more interested.
I wrote, first off, this title sucked.
Yeah.
Heart of a Lion, parentheses, Kid Cudi theme music.
Yeah. Is this like the what's the featured song in The Wizard of Oz? The lion sings.
No, to me this sounds like something you hear during a fight scene in Dragon Ball Z. That's how it would be phrased.
Yeah. I mean the
I
piano.
almost think he did that.
The piano part. The ding ding ding.
You just
ding.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite song. In fact, I think the production here, I have to talk about, is the weakest so far.
By far, especially when he's singing the Heart of the Lion part. Like, come on, now you need the auto tune.
Oh yeah, totally. But like, take the vocals out of it. I don't even like the song.
No.
Up until now, I think the music has been generally good, and actually, the first 2 songs really good. And then last tune, it's not hard to write an Eminem song. So this one, I'm really bored. It's like this overcooked, and when I say overcooked, I mean the gain levels run too high. You're just like pushing out all your stuff. This is where we're like just flirting what would become with the incredibly overcooked mumble rap genre we have now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like Lil Xan and like everything is like gain channeled out and like that's supposed to be hip. They're flirting with it here.
But I feel like he's actually rapping on this one, which I appreciate.
Oh, he is. He's going for it.
Yep.
I don't mind the verses. I hate the choruses.
No.
That's the one, man. How fucking cheesy is this shit?
No.
Now, with that said, I'll give you a little respect in the sense that nice try.
Yep.
You're doing a thing no one did. I wanted to mention last track, an artist called Chaos, K-O-S, Kevin Chaos, out of Canada. A fantastic artist. I think I've mentioned probably once before on our podcast.
Yeah.
He's prolific in the sense he's this singer, rapper, musician, wrote stuff that was so soul deep.
Mm-hmm.
It hits like this.
Okay.
Cudi's really flirting with the edge of it. Just doesn't quite break through. He lacks charisma and the willingness to like try and be a little more poetic. I don't feel like Cudi's trying to be artistic. I feel like he's trying to get his words onto a paper, which I fucking respect.
Yeah.
But he's not doing it with any finesse.
No.
Does that make sense?
I agree. I
Okay.
agree. Yeah, I'm not convinced yet.
Oh, I'm not. We're song 5. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
Not to say there's not good moments. Like I can't really poo-poo anything. Nothing's been like a hurt me to listen to.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but the chorus is by far the thing that offends me the most. The vocal delivery during the verses is fine. It doesn't quite cut through all the busyness of the backing track.
Right.
That's a producer problem, by the way.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the tempo. He seems to work better on hot tempos. Like I like him better when things cook.
Yeah.
I do
When
not.
you want to do this?
Yeah,
That's when
for
he's
sure.
good. Yep.
I don't want him backbeat.
No.
Because, like, think about how good backbeat rappers have to be.
Right.
Like, Big Boy from Outkast is the perfect
Oh
example.
my God. Yeah.
Of just, I can sit on a beat for hours, leave you on my row, and now I'll move to next bar. Cudi has none of that. Never has, never will. No swagger.
Right. At least now, I feel like his
He
eyes are.
sounds like I'm talking to a 7-Eleven clerk. Like, there's no charisma in his voice.
his eyes are closed, and he's like, I don't know how many joints into the night. You know.
He's just,
Yeah.
and he's admitting it.
Yeah.
So like, don't expect my buy-in.
Yeah.
Ironically, some of the best tracks on this entire album are when he's copying the styles of good artists.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry.
This one's a hard pass. I don't need to talk about it.
No.
All right. My World.
Now we have Jeff Basker.
Billy Cravens.
Billy Cravens. Oh my God.
It's Billy Cravens.
Yeah.
All right. So there's nothing as good as a you guys have underestimated me. You'll see track until this one.
This version of it, yeah.
It just isn't good.
No one to hang out with. My father left me lonely. I got low self-esteem. I'm alone in my room, and I'm too artsy, and the girls don't like me. But he's dreaming of his future in the room.
But
He hates all his bosses. Like, this is such like a victim song.
it is.
This is the song that I texted you on when I texted you my like, what are we
Yeah.
fucking listening to?
This might be the low light of the entire album.
My World.
It's not good. There's no good rapping. There's no good singing. There's not a good song behind this. Sorry, Billy Cravens. This song.
Even though Billy's the best part of the song.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It feels like it was copied off Dan the Automator. I'm no dead ass. Because they have that like weird like backbeat snare thing going on.
Yep.
The most monotone fucking vocal delivery ever.
Yep.
A message we've already heard.
And he even quotes Kanye, right? So he quotes the song "Bring Me Down" by Kanye. So Kanye's line is, "There'll always be someone who will shoot down in your dream," and he's like, "There'll always be haters trying to shoot down in your dream."
Done. Just copycat.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Cry Me a River.
Yeah.
It's like almost the chord progression.
Yeah.
They do the low octave Timberland thing.
Yep.
I have no interest in this song.
Yep.
Between this tune and the last one, I am at my low point on this album to the point where I'm like, y'all fucked up.
Right. That's why I rage texted you.
Yeah.
Was on this song.
We're only 6 songs in.
Right.
The first 4 were not this.
No.
5, 6 have just taken a decline.
Yeah. Well, the first song, my first time listening, was like, as I've grown through this album, the first few songs don't hit me the way they hit me at first. Mm-hmm. At first, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, there's nothing that's profound about what you're saying. You're upset and you've got dreams.
It took
But I'm not,
6 songs to get there.
well, it's not until the next song that things really come into play.
Agreed. So looking at it, and I won't call that the first half of the album, we should walk to the proper place before because when Common speaks for the second time
Right.
is when we should break, right?
I think so.
All right, so let's roll through one more.
All right.
For those who are wondering, Dan and I do not like this song.
Fucking blows.
Yeah. Song 7.
We're now entering Act 3, which is called Taking a Trip.
Thank God. But more further, so we end
Day
up
and night.
with Song 7, Day and Night, which is by far the best song on this album so far.
And as the listeners would say, at over a billion streams.
Yeah. And this is not because it's popular. It's because it was finally a digestible use of his entire kit.
Produced by Dot to Genius.
Hey!
Back to my point.
This tune sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's so funny I could go from so bad to so good so fast.
Yeah. There's a cool like deconstructing of this song online. Did you watch it?
Nope. Not even a little.
So Genius, who does like all the lyrics online or a lot of stuff, they have actually some pretty interesting like deconstruction videos. And so there's a deconstruction on this one where Dot to Genius talks about, hear the hook, and he was like, all right, I'm ready to go. And he's like, Cudi believed this would be a hit. And it starts off with this really cool patch from a Korg Triton. I know this because
I've heard this patch. I sold my
Yep.
Triton a year ago.
Yep. And it serves really, the interesting thing about the patch is it really serves as the melody and rhythm that drives the whole song.
Yeah.
Fun story though is as Dot the Genius was trying to figure out the drum sound, he was kind of frustrated and tired with his drum sound. And he was using a Roland MV8000 and eventually bought a CD off a guy on Craigslist who was selling patches. So what you're hearing are these patches he bought off a guy on Craigslist.
Craigslist. You gotta love that.
Yeah, the kick and the clap are this Craigslist thing that he found, which I appreciate.
Just sold a sample bank, yeah.
And the last thing I want to add here is, you know how it goes to the halftime? That was a mistake. When they were recording the verses, he like hit the wrong key on record and it slowed.
And the thing just did the half take Casio maneuver from back in the day.
Like, oh, we need to do that. And it
boom.
Hit.
It's great. Here's a fantastic ideal use of Cudi's kit.
Mm-hmm.
You make a atmospheric background, chord adjacent, they, them.
Mm-hmm.
There's some weird majors in this one. There's some weird minors in this one.
Yeah.
And he says less. And suddenly you get more.
Yep.
I don't need your journal. I need you to paint the story I could also hear. And he's perfect. And he double taps the last word on each verse.
Mm-hmm.
The song builds. You get a bass line halfway through it. Like, this is a good song.
It is. And here's what's interesting about...
If we had 8 of these, you could have called it an album and it would belong in the 500, no questions asked, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing here is that actually... I recommend, I'll put it in the show notes, the breakdown of this, because when you hear the vocals without the production, the day and night, because what Dot the Genius noticed is he's just like putting all this space. And so what's nice about Dot the Genius is he's like, I put a quarter note delay on this, and that fills in that space beautifully.
When Cudi is produced, not like a T-Pain, but just a little delay and a double, maybe a filter, you get a much more rich version of him that sounds like the story he's telling. Because let's be honest, he's telling the same story the whole damn time.
Until like the last song.
Yes.
Until the last song.
And that one I will talk about ad nauseum as our
song.
Say.
Yes.
But when you want to hear a guy railing off his journal, I much prefer the thick, elongated version of it rather than like the annoying friend at a bar in your right ear of it.
That's so funny. I wasn't going to bring up the annoying friend at the bar, but that's what a lot of this is.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you asked the question and you regretted asking the question.
Right, now I can't leave.
How are things going?
And I'm out of a drink.
Oh, shit.
And he's not buying.
He's definitely not buying.
Right.
He's not buying. He only cares about himself. That's
Yeah.
very clear. No, this is tastefully produced. It's compressed perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy, chill vibe. There's no question why this was like the single there.
Yeah. And this will be what we use when we do our clip, because it's probably one of the most popular positive things we're going to say.
Yeah. I mean, this is the second best song on the album.
Yeah, there are songs I like more, but not because they're necessarily great songs, but because there's awesome moments in them.
No, there's a song that's actually a great song after this. And then there's one that I do believe in the moments. This is a top 3-er. I think the production's cool. It's minimalistic, and it also is him vocally minimalistic. Someone said, hey, sing this line. I dare say it was Kanye.
Sure, but the thing that works for this as well, if you look in the like overall arc of the album, now we're starting Act 3. Act 1 and 2 are just like the engines grinding to a start. Act 3 now
Open up.
Now the story's happening.
Yeah. If you think we're down on this album, you're dumb. You should probably keep listening.
Keep listening.
There's so much good to come.
It gets better.
A little criticism. But yeah, the front half of this is talking about childhood and depression. The back half of this is, reaching fame and then how do you deal with it?
Yep.
And fun part is it's heavily druggy. So this is a great tune, I think, to kind of like put a bookmark on. Does that work for you?
I would agree.
Let's take a break.
All right.
So here's the deal. The quinceañera was a disaster. It just so happens that goats are highly aggressive drunks, and grievance porter is apparently a powerful hallucinogen for farm animals. After Pablo's goat's cousin's goat herd took out the bouncy castle and impregnated Miss Yonkers, I fled the state in a stolen U-Haul full of misfit mattresses. I'm currently hiding out in an abandoned VFW where I'm rooming with a fella named Clyde Ruffin, a man who's wearing 6 jackets, a red hat, and smells like beef jerky. Look, I need cash flow, so it's time to brew again. I needed a beer that makes me feel like a warm tire fire. Something with a farmhouse kick that tastes like the exact moment when your stomach bile enters your mouth after you've been huffing paint. So I knew what I had to do. So I created Son of a Bitch Saison, sourced from ingredients. The grain comes from a 50-pound bag of deer corn I found in the bed of a truck with a No Fat Chicks bumper sticker. And the funk? Saisons are known for their funk, and I got mine by scraping out a singlet I found in a high school locker room. The hops? Well, I found them in a Ziploc bag full of green stuff in the pocket of a coat that I borrowed from the bowling alley. It's either hops or very old oregano, but it smells like a wet dog in a hot car, so in the boil it went. And the yeast is cultured from the sweat off a discarded headband I found outside a Jazzercise studio. And the water? That comes from condensation drippings off the HVAC of the VFW. And from half a bottle of blue Powerade I snatched off the bench at the girls lacrosse game. This beer tastes like a 9-volt battery that's been soaked in ranch dressing. And it smells like the inside of a rental tuxedo after a humid July wedding. Now the finish, that hits you in the face like Clyde's wet tighty-whities after a misunderstood game of tonsil tennis. Son of a bitch Saison. Drink it, cause you ain't got no friends left.
So, third favorite burrito topping.
Third favorite burrito topping. That's
or,
a good...
or inner. Actually, topping is non-existent.
Right, because it's a burrito.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
not-
don't get me wrong. I will top a burrito. I'll chili, cheese, sour cream burrito. Innards. Go.
Right.
Third favorite.
So first of all, when you top it, what are you topping with? Because the burrito is the unfried version.
No, it's fried is chimichanga.
Chimichanga, correct.
Let it be known.
Yes. So the question is are you putting queso fresco on your burrito?
No, you put queso fresco. That's actually no. That's an on, not an in.
That is an on.
Melty cheese goes in, hard cheese goes out.
That is science.
Okay.
That is backed by science.
So that's a very feasible third,
okay.
but that's outside. I want inside.
Inside. So if I'm talking a real burrito, it may be a slightly different answer than if I just went to like Chipotle.
I want your third topping. I don't care. Deathbed burrito.
Deathbed burrito, third topping. Actually, the third topping for me is guac.
You'll put guac on the center.
Yeah.
Good. So what beats that by 2?
So I prefer my salsa to be closer to the meat because I think the salsa blends with the meat better.
So am I hearing you go meat, salsa, guac in that order?
No, meat, salsa, cheese, guac.
So cheese is
You
your
said
third
third.
topping.
Meat is not a
Meat,
topping.
Salsa. No. We're talking about. Say. Let me redo this.
Okay. So I think beans and meat are not toppings. They're core.
No. I know. No. Then that's the kicker.
Okay.
Because there's vegetarians.
What are those?
People I don't like. Anyway, the third thing that goes in the burrito. So
I
if
know
you're-
at least 4
So
vegetarians.
if you go meat bean, my question was what's number 3?
Salsa.
Wonderful. Over cheese.
Yeah, cheese has to go on top. Which is interesting because if I make a burger, I do not want my liquids touching the cheese. That's like a crime against humanity, in my opinion, because I like the cheese meat.
Wet cheese is no bueno. Does lettuce go in a burrito?
I'm not sure why you're asking that question.
I don't like lettuce in a burrito.
It is an incorrect topping.
Yeah. I believe a burrito should be pretty sanctified.
Okay, let's hear it.
Meat,
Yep.
bean,
Yep.
that order. Cheese next. If you put anything else in there, it's a pepper or an onion. Like a fajita vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be the guts of the burrito. I think all cool things should be outside of the burrito. Now, a good hot tomato or tomatillo amalgamation type salsa inside is encouraged, not necessary.
Right. I like I said, I like the immersion of salsa flavors with because the correct meat in a burrito is carnitas.
You're from Denver, yes.
That's the correct meat.
It is a fine meat and probably my choice meat. However, I'm not going to turn down burritos of other caliber.
Okay. What would you?
I accept a steak burrito any day of the week.
Yep.
A carne asada burrito, fantastic. Carnitas are ideal. Barbacoa is fantastic.
Can be.
A pulled beef, let's go. It's just beef version of carnitas.
Yep.
You're a pork boy.
Because that's correct.
And pork goes with the green sauce. Beef goes with the red sauce. That's the
Right.
way.
Correct.
As a Midwesterner, right?
Where does lingua fit for you?
The tungo?
Yeah.
I love that shit. And I'll do that. You got to put hot with it, though.
Yes.
Because there's some fatty composites in there that if you think too hard about it, will get you distracted.
Yeah.
I really like caramelized onion, or like not caramelized, but heavily browned onion against it. It takes like a liver and onion type of fond to it.
Yep.
That one's particularly good with a fine wall of fat on the outside, a la sour cream.
Did you ever go to Azul 17?
I did. Rest in peace, that fine restaurant in Columbia, Maryland, off Snowden River Parkway.
There you go.
Fun story about Azul 17. My little brother, Mark, turned 18. And my brother, Eric, who's 3 years my junior, and my brother-in-law, I don't even know he was legally married in the family at the time, but we accepted him since day one. He's the man. I effectively have 4 brothers. We all took Mark out for his 18th birthday, and we rolled Azul 17, full dinner with tequilas, the whole nines, and no one questioned us. We all rolled out in suit jackets.
Yep.
And then we rolled over to Victoria Gastropub.
Which used to be at Bennigan's.
They're hilarious. But Bennigan's had the fattest Monte Cristo, by the way. That deep fried Monte
The
Cristo,
Monte Cristo for the
was the
fucking
best.
win.
Dude, that thing, the Bennigan's of Rockville Pike, after my band practice when I was a kid in Akasha, my cousin Jay, he was like 22 or 23. I think I was 18 or 19. We would roll out to the Bennigan's in Rockville Pike because it's one of the only restaurants still open, smoke a bunch of weed, and we would hit the liquor store for hand, and I would chug like a Mad Dog 2020 on the way in the door. And we go, he could drink. I couldn't. But it wouldn't matter because I was hammered. And those
The Monte Cristo.
fried, those things were bubbly deep fried. Those were like
With powdered sugar on it.
funnel cake batter, you know,
Basically, it's a hot ham and cheese sandwich.
with raspberry preserves and like the gooeyest cheese.
Yeah.
Deep fried, served powder sugared,
Yep.
like French toast, with a side of the raspberry jam.
Yes.
Oh,
Monte Cristo.
the at Bennigan's specifically
Yes.
were the best.
I have not had one of those in like 20 years.
But we rolled Azul 17 to Victoria,
Okay.
back to back, a bunch of 20 somethings, and my little brother at 18 looking sharp.
Yep.
No one questioned us.
Your
He
little
got-
brother can wear a suit.
Oh, Marky?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was like chain smoking like $20 cigars that night. Like, it did not matter. He's a hammer. He's the product of his big brothers. But we rolled that. And then he puked all over my floor. But man, it was a good night. For his 18th, we treated it like a classy 21.
Nice. So the reason I brought up Azul 17 is I make this at home. They had this habanero slaw.
Oh, I love that for them.
And the thing is the first time I had it, I didn't know that's what I was getting. And so there are these orange habaneros and onions, and it's not slaw at all. It's basically just vinegar, habaneros, and onions. It's all it is.
It's just pickles.
Right. It's pickles. So I get it, and I don't realize that this restaurant is going to just serve me habaneros. So I'm like, oh, then maybe they're carrots.
Fun. Should eat your Nexium.
Yeah, but I make that all the time at home.
A hot pepper and onion pickle relish.
Yeah.
What a delightful thing to have.
Fantastic.
Man, we should talk about food more.
We should. I can't believe that we merged on the Bennigan's Monte Cristo.
Dude, that was a national treasure. Yo, any listeners out there, if you're in any of the states I've laughed at tonight, I apologize. Please report in. Do you have a Bennigan's? Dan and I will fly there. We're looking for reasons to go see concerts. If we can fly there and then go see a B- tier band and Monte Cristo it, that's worth, right?
Yeah, I'm now looking up if there's any Bennigan's left in Maryland. I don't think there are.
No, I think we abolished them for national health security. We're like, yeah, we don't want to be in the lower voter polls.
Apparently, there's one in College Park.
No.
What are we doing after this?
I can tell you exactly where we're going. We're Ubering. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to roll into the second half of this album. What album are we listening to?
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn this around. I just looked at their menu. What's that?
That's it. Literally served with pickles. Look, there's pickles on the side. That's a high-res photo. But you see that? Look at those 3 green pickles. Let's go, Bennigan's. Yo, how late are they open?
I don't know. But they're already close.
Damn it. Okay, so we're going to host our next podcast from the Bennigan. We were trying to figure out what to do our live podcast. We were like, do we go down to the Phoenix? Do we do Atwaters?
We'll be hosting it at Bennigan's at 4926 Edgewater Road in College Park, Maryland.
We'll be doing a live podcast while eating Monte Cristos.
I don't think there are real restaurants called Bennigan's on the fly, but
whatever.
All right.
It's going in my mouth.
Should we get back to the podcast?
Yes. So, song number 8, Sky Might Fall.
Ooh. Okay. I like the track behind this one.
Can I open up on my line I wrote?
Let's hear it.
For a guy who can't sing, this certainly likes to put himself in a place where it's nothing but a guy trying to sing. Why would you put a singer feature? He's just out front, not singing well.
So that's my third note.
Okay.
Singing is rough on this one, all upper caps. As good as Kanye might be as a producer, I also know that Kanye's tone deaf too, because every time he tries to sing.
Yeah, but he'll tune himself.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yep. But I like the track because if you like Stranger Things, you're going to like the track behind this because it's got Stranger Things 80s vibes.
Sure. It reminds me of Chaos yet again. Good old Kevin Chaos from Canada. It this down the middle, Buka Chaka. The production's cool as hell.
Yeah.
And the messaging's nice. That whole running away from obstacle.
Yeah, the sky might fall, but I'm not worried. He's moving on in his journey.
It's great. And so his story is believable. So I'm behind the bad singer on this one. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bug me enough. It bugs me because we're supposed to be holding this to is this best 500 albums of all time.
Right.
That's why I'm pissing on it.
Yeah, if this is your cousin, oh, he's pretty good. He can sing.
No.
Then you'll support it. But 500 greatest albums of all time, all you have to go off of here is there's a through line in story. And even though it doesn't evolve much until it evolves, you have that. You really have some pretty good tracks in many of these songs. and a C-tier performer.
Yeah, agreed. I got a guy I want to get behind. I really do. Mm-hmm. Just give me something, man.
He seems charming as an individual.
Ish. Seems like on a bad day he might blow me off.
Sure.
You know? I think he's giving us evidence. These choruses are whack. Yet again, this is like Heart of a Lion chorus, you know?
Yeah.
I like and I see how this is making the cut on the Rolling Stone mind because it's, once again, genre bending.
Well, 4 million copies of this album were sold, but I wonder how much of that had to do with it being front-loaded by him being backed by Kanye.
Sure. Or Common or any of the producers and the money that's all behind them.
Right.
Furthermore, like I like the indie take on this. I like the kind of more rock pushy take on this. I really think it's a good level. So you're gonna get points there. Your vocal performance, no bueno. There is and it pains me to use it early.
Okay.
But I have to mention it or I'd be dumb not to. Because he starts to do some layering techniques that are absolutely reminiscent of, unmistakably reminiscent of, his hometown best project ever, which is Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Are they on this list?
If East 1999 is not on this list, it'll be a war crime. Seriously.
A Venezuelan war crime, or
no, those are just everyday antics now, allegedly.
All right.
Fuck that noise. But the Bone Thugs and Harmony coming out of Cleveland is like a big deal, right? Mm-hmm. And you start to hear it here. It's the vocal layering and the arrangement that they're using kind of during the chorus. It locks in a weird way. It's not well done, for the record. But it's unquestionably their style.
Yeah.
It is their style. And this will be confirmed significantly later in the album. You will hear a like Bone Thugs replica. But you don't grow up living in Cleveland and not hear Bone Thugs. It's like not an option.
Right.
And so you start to get it here. It's the way that they use the vocals, though. It's a layering technique that they do where they'll double a vocal in one timbre, and the same singer or a different, in this case, the same singer will try and do another timbre. So you get like a low guy, like a nasally guy, and then they'll stack them about a half note after each other.
Yep.
And so you get like a theme, a response theme, and then they'll kind of like collide. And we're going to get that in this song multiple times. It's such a Cleveland touch. Mm-hmm. There we go. Cleveland, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Chef Michael Simon, the President of the United States of America. That's Cleveland to me.
There you go.
Fucking love Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks. Anything else?
Nah.
All right. Overall, I appreciate the experimentation, the clever layering. The chorus isn't good, so you're not going to get my full buy-in here. But it does allow us to roll into song number 9.
Intergalactic. Love Connection, Part 1.
Song runtime?
420.
Nice.
So this eventually became an album. But this is what was safe to say, like a trippy disco anthem.
Dude, I love mushroom songs.
Yeah, and this is inspired when he took psilocybin with a female friend, and they listened to music by the Postal Service.
You don't get Postal Service from it, but respect.
Right. And here the singing's actually charming and works with like the galactic, I'll say in air quotes, soundscape.
Oh man, they actually produced him well.
Yeah.
Dude, you could dude, it's not like Cudi's not producible. In fact, unfortunately, like his rawness and like wanting to stick to a mic and no tuning is kind of what sinks him half the time.
At least in our opinion, yeah.
That's me.
Yep.
And I appreciate the earnesty. I really do. I don't not like Kid Cudi. Like if I saw him, my dad might be like, dude, you're the man. Good for you. You made albums and you're rich, so you win. Used to make a top 500 album. It reminds me of a lot of things.
Let's hear it.
All right, so this reminds me a touch of Trying to Be Jamiroquai.
Yeah, if I unfocus my eyes, I can hear that.
It's a stretch.
Yep.
It's
All
a
right.
stretch. It cooks. All right. Rat-a-Tat's verse is fucking dope.
Rat-a-Tat's not in this one, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was on the next one. I thought he was on Alive.
No, this is Rat-a-Tat's. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Rat-a-Tat. My bad. Looking at the wrong track. No, this one still reminds me of Jamiroquai. I know this song in my head. It's a cook tempo. It's Cudi killing it. No, Rat-a-Tat is 100% Alive. This is my favorite song on the album.
Okay, and why is that? Because I like the spaceships.
It's most adjustable. This song's just easy to listen to.
It is.
I wish I could tell you more about it. I have 3 paragraphs, but it's just me kind of ranting over the same point. I can read it. Love a good mushroom song when I hear one. This section of this album is by far my favorite phase so far. Track features group vocals, well-cooked tempo. The lyrics are easy to follow. Musically, it stands out completely from everything else Cudi has done in this album.
Yep.
Like, it sounds like nothing else on here. It's warm. It's welcoming. His storytelling is simple.
This is the first track I really paid attention to.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the first chunk of the album that really hits for me.
Yeah. I mean, I already kind of knew Day and Night walking into this.
Yeah, me too. That's the one I knew.
Which is a great song, but this one here charmed me, I will say, because of the track behind it more than anything. The galactic soundscape is freaking cool.
Yeah. And it's easy to listen to.
Yeah. And so, in 2019, I guess Cudi announced that he's making this full. So Intergalactic, all one word, is his 2022 album.
Oh, sick.
And it became an animated, like, Netflix adult-focused animated series. There's a sequel to this song. I forget the name of it. I should have written it down. But basically, after making the sequel, he realized he wanted to make this longer form thing. So I think it's still on Netflix. You can check it out.
That's a nice place for him to live in.
Yeah.
I really liked him in this genre.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go experimental, this is cool for you.
Yeah.
And it was produced well.
Yep.
So I jumped the gun, but here's song number 10.
Alive.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah. Featuring Rat-a-Tat,
Yeah.
who is awesome.
For sure. Starts off with this trippy noise and these guitars and synth parts, which is all Rat-a-Tat.
Yep.
The bass part in this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, my notes are, it might be slightly repetitive, but the tempo hits perfectly and it's lush.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cudi thrives on a lush soundscape.
Right.
The minimalist thing, he doesn't have enough like attitude in his voice to pull off.
Right.
I like when he's going over a soundscape.
Yeah. He's not DJ Khaled.
Man, that's not even applicable.
I'm just talking about Riz.
Yeah, that's not. You're getting nothing out of me on that one.
All right, fine. No, I actually really like this song because of Rat-a-Tat. The last song. So this is we're now entering Act 4, which is called Stuck. And as he's like trying to come over the hump of the arc of this story here. He's now stuck. We're getting into some of the I'll say more adult.
No, I think you're right. And so far the ride, for those who may have not followed it, we haven't done a great job telling it, is insecure childhood memories, who he was as a boy. He moves into a phase where he started to get a little popular due to music.
Right.
But then drug abuse came in, and mainly it was almost always just weed. Then it moved straight into psilocybin.
Yep.
Notably, he only talks about weed and mushrooms in this album. He mentioned coke and downed it for a reason. He doesn't do uppers.
Yep.
And it won't be too long before you hear him swearing off alcohol for a second.
Yep.
But it's
which is all documented in real life too.
yeah, he's going through. It's effectively feeling as an underling, getting to fame, feeling still as an underling, taking a ton of drugs, and emancipating himself, not from the drugs, because he never quite does that, but it puts him to a mindset where he essentially says, I don't give a fuck. We're on our arc to the way there.
Yep.
And this tune, and you get these upbeat disco psycho tunes. I say psycho is in psychopsilocybin. I say psycho is in 70s.
Yeah, because the synth and guitar parts are these like fifth, like saw wave sounding things.
Everything is starting to sound that way. So much so that some of the guests who will be coming up really strike that chord as well.
Yeah.
He starts to speak pretty confidently of himself now. And that's the changeover. He's starting to say, you know what? If you don't like me, F you.
Right.
This is how I be doing. I don't need your thoughts. He's not satisfied with himself.
He's not
at all.
It's fronting.
Yes. Fronting-ish. It's like he's good one day and not the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would never argue healing. I would argue medicating, but also like just now he's embracing fame, access to resources,
Right.
confidence. And even as a person who should be incredibly confident by this part of the album.
He has the biggest rapper of all time supporting him.
At his time, yes.
At his time, at the peak.
And he's still not terribly confident.
Yes, if it was 2025, you might not want that person as your mentor.
Precisely.
But at the time,
yeah, he's crushing it.
Yeah.
And so you're getting all these visions and tones that come out of him. This is a confusing song in that sense, as it probably is to listen to me.
yeah.
But the end game is you have a more confident Cudi in his vocal presentation.
Yep.
He's hammering forward.
Yep.
And his tempos are hot. These are like disco tunes.
Yep. It's good.
Moves you too?
I think where he's even more confident.
And how would you know?
In the Cudi zone.
It's called Cudi Zone.
Here-
Not the danger zone.
No, here he's rapping.
He is.
He's actually rapping.
I like when he raps.
So Cudi Zone is song number, what on this, like 11, 12?
Cudi Zone is a sweet 11.
Number 11 at only 122 million compared to his 1 billion on Day and Night. But if you think of this as a rap album, I'd say this first song he's rapping on. Like full on rapping.
Like, yeah, he's going for it.
Yep. And I like that.
Yes. This is a hard celebration of success.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, you end up getting a couple of vibes on this that are funny.
Okay.
It's still a pop song.
It is.
This guy couldn't gangster rap if he tried.
It's from Ohio, come on. How tough is it in Ohio?
Cleveland did it well. Cleveland had the ability to do this.
They do, yeah.
This reminds me of Phil Collins' "Take Me Home."
I love that song, though.
I know it has the trappings of
Yeah.
which is a callback to something Wu-Tang did, or Bone Thugs covered down the road.
That's right.
Furthermore, you get a really good verse out of him, and then yet again one of these cheesy fucking choruses.
But at least the singing is produced better.
So here's my suggestion. How good would this chorus have sounded if they hired Chris Martin?
Will we talk about Chris Martin later on this album?
I don't know. Is he on part of this album?
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about Chris Martin later on this album.
If you put Chris Martin on this chorus,
Yeah.
it would have slayed.
Yep.
And you get the crossover because Coldplay is hot as shit right then.
Yep.
Like this would have crushed. Anyway, missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity, but I appreciate that now at song 11 I'm listening to a rap album.
Yes, and look, there's a lot of production things going on here too that were like super hot. Like there's like this organ and keyboard thing going on that reminds me of like "Live Your Life" with
Okay.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Hey, was that T-Pain and Rihanna? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that tune, it feels like that. It's like joyous in that sense.
Yep.
The track pulls from a lot of contemporary stuff, but at the end of the day, feels like 808 and Heartbreaks, doesn't it?
It does. Yep.
It also has like this resounding. You know who else was in this soundscape? Was I think One Republic.
Okay.
Like, you know, the too late to apologize. That soundscape. I'm not sure if it was right here around 2009. I feel like it might have been. We could research it, but I'd be willing to put money down that it was, because it's reminiscent of that. Here in this album, they have kind of abandoned rap, and then they gave a rap song over like something that just feels way bigger and more like musical.
Yep.
What's the answer?
2007.
Yes, there we go. So I'm not calling on the wrong card here.
No.
We're hearing a lot of this trope. And so I want to celebrate Kid Cudi and his producers for like really diving into the genre. They're really trying to like open the sound field here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
This is an enjoyable listen.
I agree. As is the next song.
Which is?
Make Her Say.
Oh, I mean, so I knew 2 songs on this album. This is the other one I knew.
Yeah. Do you know the original name of this song?
No.
Poke Her Face.
Oh, never would have guessed.
They tamed it down because...
In all fairness, Make Her Say doesn't really say much about it. Like, that's kind of a dumb title.
Yeah, so this is featuring 3 artists on this one. We have Cudi, you have Kanye, and Common all doing different verses.
All people you've never heard of.
Right. And it samples the song Poker Face by Lady Gaga, but it's the live at the Cherry Tree, like, acoustic version.
Yeah, because her riffs are totally different. It's a really hot cut of her.
Yeah. I actually listened to the whole track.
Stephanie's so fucking good.
Yep. Even though I didn't hit the album, I'm still a Stephanie fan.
No, yeah. At the end of the day, let's go. Like, and the track's dope. I hope she made money on this.
Yeah.
Because it's the core of the song. I love the way each one of them starts on the same line.
So before we get to that, this also samples a song called "Blame It" by Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain. So T-Pain does make his way into
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, Blaming the Alcohol was there.
Yep.
Fantastic tune.
So the funny thing is that when they all start, they all start the same way, and I feel like Kanye's verse, he's trying too hard to sound like Cudi, and
You kidding me? I feel exactly the opposite.
you don't.
I feel like Cudi's just trying to sound like Kanye, which he's been trying to do the whole album. You didn't listen to a ton of Kanye, did you?
Not a ton, but
Because Kanye had that flow forever. Like Cudi. So it's so funny. My notes are Cudi's just trying to be Kanye, and your notes apparently are.
well, I'm taking it from the context of the song, right? And
Cudi gets first verse.
right, he gets first verse, and with the line that they all start off. So every verse starts off with the same melodic phrase.
Yeah.
And frankly, Kanye's the worst at it on this.
But that's Kanye's flow. Like Cudi, like that is his signature flow. Cudi took his flow. It's not the first time in the album. He's done it 3 times.
Yeah.
So he's using Kanye's. I mean, I'm in love with. I think Common's verse is by far the best on the 3.
Let me see. Common's
the third.
Common is the best verse on the
yeah.
track. Yep, that's in my
Mine
notes. Yeah.
says Common's verse stands out. He's typically cleaner in content, but here he doesn't hold back, adding a nice contrast to the track.
Yep.
Like that was my note. But
And I feel like so of the 3, even with the melodic phrasing, Common does the melodic phrasing the best of the 3.
well, he's the most musical probably of the 3, frankly.
Yeah.
But the style of rap for the first 2 verses was unquestionably Kanye's style.
Okay.
And like Kanye won't second guess that. Like that's just everybody was copying Kanye. He was so successful. He
Yeah.
was so successful.
75 Grammy nominations. Like,
Yeah,
he's
like-
not. Yeah.
And so that like that's Kanye's. Like Cudi may have done it, and he did it pretty well. I won't disagree with that. Like he didn't offend me. But when I heard him, I was like, "Mom, do we have Kanye?" And she's like, "We have Kanye at home." You know, that's that Cudi meme, you know? Like,
Yeah.
here he was pushing it. And obviously Kanye encouraged it. So let's go.
Well, Kanye is such an egomaniac. Why wouldn't he encourage someone copying him?
Oh, they had, I believe there was a ton of back and forth in the social sphere that was probably on today's scale minimal now that we live in the world we do.
Yep.
But this was undoubtedly just this feels like a Kanye track, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it does. And all this talk aside, I actually really enjoy the song.
This is dude. No. This is a fantastic song.
Yeah. So yeah, is all this shit talking about, even though it doesn't rise up as much as I would have expected, because I did know this song coming in.
Yeah, but it's a dope tune. I mean, the Gaga sample into 3 well-known rappers, or 2 well-known rappers and Kid Cudi. And I was saying at his time, Common has been around forever. Common used to be Common Sense.
Right.
He was an okay player. I mean, Common's been around forever.
Yeah.
Kanye already had a Graduation album at least under him by this time. And so like
which is funny because I also have a College Dropout on this album.
or was it College Dropout?
No, College Dropout's Kanye's first album.
Yeah, there you go. Thank
Yes.
you. Which was what year? It was super early. Super early.
Yeah. It's
I
his
was
first
saying,
album, yeah.
Kanye has got probably my favorite work already out of the way. Mm-hmm. His style is trying to be copied.
Yeah.
Cudi might be one of the only people who did it and like got away with it. And then Kanye went off the rails. Like, no one's gonna copy Donda.
Right.
And so this song kind of really hits and clicks because you have all these pop personalities in one pool, 4 of them, right?
Right.
The 3 artists plus Gaga, and then not to mention who was the other Jamie Foxx and T-Pain,
Right.
playing with the alcohol sample.
Yeah.
This thing couldn't have been more pop primed,
Right.
and still it didn't hit as hard as Day and Night.
Yep. It's not as good as Day and Night.
No, it's a cool song though. Nice hip hop tune. No problems with that one. Move over to Pursuit of Happiness. How many times can you put Nightmare in a fucking post title?
Well, that's my gripe is I'm not saying that Kid Cudi didn't have a tough beginning and all that kind of stuff.
His
Nightmare.
mom brought him presents.
His mom did a great job on Christmas, and he made that clear.
Yeah.
Got him all the presents.
Yeah.
So the melodrama of that is waning on me at this point. But I do like this song, and you got Rat-a-tat on this one too, right?
You have MGMT on this song.
MGMT, even though I don't feel like they're being served as well as they could be.
I think they're being served as well as they could be.
You think so?
I'm on the other side of that one. Those boys exited the scene about as hard as you could exit a scene. This felt like you twisted their arm. And by the way, double stacked vocals and all that synth production, they gave their piece. The problem is you're not going to get MGMT on like the vocal lift here. You're going to get stacking. They're going to get their trappings. You're not going to get them for anything but what they were willing to put out for this.
Yeah,
and the synths are insanity, by the way.
Well, that's all Rat-a-tat. There's another making of this as well.
So
and
I assume that was MGMT because that was their thing.
No, it wasn't.
So Rat-a-tat produces all the synths too.
Yep. There's a cool making of this. It was
So what the hell these guys doing? Coming and singing double vocals and leaving?
Yep.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yep.
Doesn't really change the song for me.
Yeah. Rat-a-tat's is the only producer on this one.
That's crazy to me. You'd think MGMT would be used for production.
Nope. They're just window dressing.
Something tells me there's something shady in the studio. Those boys are talented.
They are. You should watch the video.
This song is heavily influenced by them.
You should watch the video. It's interesting, the breakdown, and he isolates the tracks. He's going through all of it. It's cool.
Fair enough. I'll watch it.
I do enjoy the song.
The song grooves, message resonates. I think it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, celebrating Cudi for genre bending You're really pushing out here. You're embracing other artists. You're playing with a musical style that was not hip hop. I mean, he worked his ass off to stay away from the hip hop game. You can't be in a literal 3-verse common Kanye you with hard cut samples and then roll over to synth indie psycho world. But
Right.
he did.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah.
Did it work? Not quite sure. But did he do it? The fuck he did. That was awesome.
He did. And this is the second highest streamed song on the album.
Which is crazy to me.
Not to me. I enjoy this almost as much as the most streamed song.
This is number 5 on the album for me.
Because I know what your number 1 is.
I already told you. So, but this is a good song. It gets like a neutral plus from me.
Okay.
It's enjoyable. The production stands out to me. The lyricism and the vocal presentation does not.
Okay. Anything
Shall we?
else? Let's move on.
Nah.
To
Song
your,
14.
to your favorite song on the album?
Higher. My favorite song on the album.
My least favorite song on the album.
Yep. Eat a dick.
I'm correct.
The hell you are.
Yeah.
How so?
Why is this a good song?
It's amazing. It sounds like a Bone Thugs and Harmony remake.
It doesn't belong on this album.
It absolutely belongs in this album.
How so? It sounds nothing like anything else you've heard.
Agreed entirely.
So what you're saying is the rest of the album is shit, and you like this song, and you wish you had a whole Thugs and Harmony album
No.
instead. Because that's my problem with this, is that it has no place on this album at all.
I'm saying at the end of this album, if he just wants to make a weed song, why not?
But Chip the Ripper,
That's such a good verse.
it's the best verse.
You can't be mad. No, lies. Dude, so the funny part is there's 2 verses on this song.
Yep.
Chip's verse kills.
Yep.
Dude, Kid's verse is great.
It doesn't belong on this album. Is why I don't like it.
You don't like it because of the theme.
It's a distraction.
Standalone?
Sure, on something else I would like.
How do you feel about it standalone?
It's fine.
There you go.
It's a good rap song.
It's not a rap song. It's a soul song. And it's about weed. And it's got harmonies and lush 13 chords and weird stacking. And it's got the Cleveland groove.
Fuck all that.
They mention Easy 3 times at the beginning of the album,
Yeah.
only to mention Easy as a throwback. I get why you don't love it. For me,
Because it has 13 chords that they found.
It
It's not
gi-
that they.
no, of course not. It gives me something to cling on to that goes, yeah, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Is it far removed from where the album is? Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no continuity whatsoever. However,
The fact that this is song 14 in the new beginning, Act 5, the new beginning, makes sense if it's a new beginning.
it's a reset.
Because songs 14 and 15, neither one of them actually belong on this album. 15 more so.
Dan's so mad.
I'm mad because you've roped me into 13 fucking songs of you being miserable about being happy about yourself, and now you get into this. Now let's do a weed song.
Well, it wasn't 13 songs to be happy about yourself. It's been the past few songs of being happy about yourself. He really worked through some stuff to get all the way to happy.
He had dreams from song number 1.
Dreams aren't
I'm
always good.
in my room. I got
Dreams aren't always good. I'm just saying there's an arc until there isn't.
And then what is this? It's
Call it present time. Call it self-awareness. Call it living in the moment.
It's a stretch.
I'm not going to put my neck out off for it. I don't give a shit, dude.
It's a stretch. It has no place on this album.
I also don't think the continuity between songs on the previous part of this album was so hot. So, like, you won't catch me losing sleep over
This
this.
is just a big, like, I thought when I was just listening, I'm like, oh, I've switched on to another album.
This is gushy. It's hilarious, and I really like it.
Yeah. And in another context, I would probably agree with you more.
It just sounds like a Bone Thugs song, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so perfect. Except it's not a Bone Thugs song, therefore it's not perfect. I thought it was fun because of all of the Cleveland references, all
Yep.
the weed references. And I do think this is a mention in the arc of going physical, and it's him being comfortable with himself. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Sure, he gets more comfortable with himself on the next song.
Well, we got to get there somehow.
Yep.
This is a great bridge.
Up, up, and away.
It sounds literally like nothing on the album, though.
This is the biggest diversion, but doesn't bother me from even.
Is it no? So take it out of the context of the album.
Okay.
Is it a good song?
Which one?
No. Is Higher a good song?
It's fine. It doesn't do much for me, but I understand why you like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wouldn't shit on it if it wasn't on this album.
Done. All right, fair enough.
Yep.
All right, you can host the next one then.
Up, up, and away. That's where I feel like we have to talk about Coldplay.
Okay.
Is the track not Livin' La Vida Loca?
Okay, so this track is undoubtedly like
Bum, 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 bum,
new alternative folk.
bum, bum.
I referenced Fun, period FUN,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
band.
yep.
Tonight We Are Young People.
Sure.
Like late Lumineers, like that kind of.
Yeah.
This hit at the same time a lot of that shit was popping off. It was cool to see him go like full indie rock.
Yeah, and why this one doesn't bother me the way Higher does, because neither one of these songs belong on this album.
It's the new part of his life, bro.
Yes.
He's embracing new things.
Yes.
Why are you going to gatekeep the guy?
I'm not gatekeeping the guy.
These are two good songs.
Higher's fine. It's fine. There's a reason I don't listen to a lot of rap.
News. The last two songs weren't rap.
Okay, sure. The last one is not.
They're both, it's soul and indie pop. Back to back.
I think a real soul artist would argue on number 14.
Well, ask them.
Yeah.
At
it's fine.
backwardsbeatspodcast.com. Come talk to us.
Yeah, fight me. Hires a piece of shit. Up and away is at least a song, and I appreciate finally after all of the self doubt and being even miserable with your success. Finally, we're at a point where okay, I'm comfortable in my skin, and I'm moving on. And of course, now there's a corniness to this as well because it's corny as fuck. But he's at least finally like not being upset that he's successful.
There you go.
Right. And I appreciate that.
This entire album is full of pop songs, not rap songs, with full choruses. And most of those choruses are really awful.
Right.
Some of the verses are good. Mm-hmm. A lot of the production ideas are great.
Yep.
That's where I land.
Yeah.
Would you hit it?
No.
Nah. This is not a top 500 album of all time by any means.
I do understand why they put it here.
Oh, I do. It's like a baby nepotism. Like, I think the generation under me, I'm, what am I, millennial?
I think so.
Cool. So the one under me, I don't know what they are.
See?
I think this is like a headphone, depressed kid, baggy sweatshirt, lo-fi hip hop, 8-bit, need to hear someone else's journal is so cool. I respect that you have that. We have versions of that you didn't like, and that's also cool.
Yep.
I'm not knocking your shit. I'm saying from my ears, this is not my shit. I think the reason this hits on the level of the list is because it's just an introduction of a genre.
Yeah.
And
emo rap.
Rolling Stone loves to celebrate introduction of genre. As we've seen, we've only been in for 40 something albums, and we've seen it time and time again. If you just like do the new thing and get enough listens,
I mean, 4 million album sales is not shoddy.
What else was going on
In 2009?
Yeah, what else is going on?
I don't know.
I don't feel like your offerings were awesome, y'all.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, I get why it's here. And I want to be clear, I'm okay with miserable music.
I'm also okay with this album. Like, personally, I have no problem with it. If someone puts this on, I'm not telling them to change it.
it's grown on me. Like I said, there's a Stockholm syndrome thing that comes with this podcast where first time through, I'm like, what are you making me do? And,
felt that.
and over time, I've grown to appreciate these songs more and more because I liked none of them on the first listen. Actually, it took me 3 listens to listen to it one time all the way through.
There you go.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm listening to. Fuck this noise. I don't feel that way now.
No,
I feel obviously I think I've made it clear I don't feel that way now. But it took 3 times for me to make it through one time.
Yeah. I listened to it 6 or 7 all the way through. I had incredibly hard opinions that I've softened. And by like listen 5, I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm down with this.
Yeah.
Like there's a comfort to liking an album. And there's a comfort to flow and like hearing the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that like if you and I just do an album 3 times, like we're probably not doing anything justice.
Right.
You need to like desensitize and like get out of your head about what you think it should be, right? Like
Yeah. Well, I'm probably
So-
7 listens all in,
Yeah.
but it took me 3 times to make it all the way through.
No, that's me.
yeah.
I got it all the way through every time, but I probably just didn't pay much attention because that's my goal. I just put it on the background. By about time 5, I felt like endeared to it, like I owe it a conversation finally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't not like this album. I actually think it's a fine album of music. I really think there's probably a lot more for me to explore here. I think the production's probably the high point across the board, right?
Yeah, the tracks.
It's not the vocal performance.
No.
And it's certainly not the writing. It's
No.
sorry, like
It's bad glasses and good frames.
you didn't. That's a fair line. You also it was so personal to your experience. You didn't really talk to anybody else's. So like, okay,
Yep.
I would not hit it. I won't buy it on vinyl. I'm not surprised it's here.
Yep. I agree.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, that's that.
There we go.
Well, Daniel,
Yeah.
I'd be remiss to not ask you, what's in your ears?
What's in my ears? That's a really good question. I've been listening to a handful of things, and it's funny that you bring it up because I usually surprise you with it.
I tried to hit you with the 1, 2.
Yeah, you did. So I've been listening to two main things. I've been listening to the band Swans quite a bit.
Like the bird.
Yes, and they're a band that's been around for a long time. My son introduced them to me, and I was trying to determine which band to talk about. So Swans, they've been around since the 80s, and they're sort of a long form, I don't know, I guess art rock kind of thing. And they might play a chord for 20 minutes, that sort of thing. And I don't mean to make it sound boring. But
Sounds boring.
yeah, it's not. Their 2025 album Birthing is
Such a great name.
yeah. The first song's 20 minutes. The second song's 19 minutes. It's a 2-hour album. There's a lot of indulgence, but the album I've really been enjoying by them is called The Seer, and it really. My son introduced them to me actually, probably the beginning of this year. And I've been listening to them in fits and starts, and I actually finally spent some time listening to The Seer, and it's such a good album. And I've been enjoying that quite a bit. The other one that I've been going back and forth on is the album Prohibited Beats by The Nerve, or Nerve, which is Jojo Myers.
I would say The Nerve is not a thing.
Nerve
Yeah.
by Jojo Meyer.
And that's your fusion rock front on the idea that it's like electronica rock. The
So
way he
Jojo
plays.
Meyer is one of the handful of drummers who came out and said, "We're going to do drum and bass, but we're going to have humans play the drums
live.
Yeah,
He plays like the most like
insane.
absolute fiddly bass pedal. It's like Featherlight,
Yeah,
and he looks like a mad scientist.
yeah. He's got this crazy afro. He's a Swedish drummer. He's fantastic. But
Yeah, he's something else.
and one of the favorite band names that he's been in is Screaming Headless Torsos.
Great band name.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah. What's in your ears?
Most recently, so I refurbished a Technique SL1200 MK2 turntable.
I'm aware of that, yeah.
Which is one of the finest pieces of turntable gear you can possibly get your hands on. And it's been a labor of love, but I'm there. And I have put many an album on it recently, but one I had in my stack that I hadn't pulled the plastic off of
Okay.
was 311's From Chaos album, which had songs like You Wouldn't Believe and Amber on it.
Amber is a fantastic song.
That was my wife and I's first dance at our wedding.
I remember.
And indeed you do. But by far not the best song on that album.
No.
I'll Be Here a While is how it ends. Wake Your Mind Up. It has insane stuff on it. And so I got to listen to untouched vinyl through an untouched needle on a great turntable through a pair of Kefs.
Nice.
Decent amp. I needed to upgrade my amp game. Sitting in my living room, drinking a paper plane cocktail while staring at a Christmas tree. And I'll tell you, man, probably one of the best moments of my month.
That sounds fantastic to
Just
me.
reviewing this piece of art. 311 is one of those bands that, you've probably heard me talk about on this podcast, because I don't know if they'll make the list. They probably won't, and they probably should compared to some of the artists I've listened to on here. But just for one album even. And From Chaos is definitely the latter half before they fell off. Because these every band, you only have so much longevity before you fall off.
Yep.
This was still I think it was their 6th or 7th album where they charted every time.
Right.
And this album's really good.
Yeah.
They're still so true to themselves. I heard it in a fidelity I haven't heard. That's what I listened to. The album I listened to before that I pulled off to put on, was Glass Houses by Billy Joel.
I love that album. I have my heart goes to that album, even though my first version of that album I got on 8-track.
Yeah.
But that's some great songs on it.
It's smoking.
Yeah.
He has so much attitude. Still rock and roll to me.
You may be right.
Yep, maybe right. Those are the two bangers off of there.
Yep.
But just such a sweet
Sometimes
little
a
album.
fantasy.
Yeah. Billy had so much attitude, and
Yep.
I'm just finding him later in life.
Yeah.
Of course I know 20 of his songs, because he's got seemingly 50 everybody should know.
One of the best lyrics, and you may be right. I remember when I found you there alone in your electric chair, you told me dirty jokes I told you dirty jokes until you smiled.
That's it.
That's
It's what?
yeah.
Kid Cudi's best one was about gargling mayonnaise. So anyway,
Not too divergent actually, but
that
yes.
was the vinyl I took off to put 311's Unwrapped From Chaos album on.
Very good.
So anyway, you better bet for the weeks to come, sans any good Christmas music, asterisk on good, would be probably things I'm going to be putting on vinyl.
Yeah. When does Asia come out?
Oh, that was the first thing I played on the table.
Of course you did.
That's without saying. Steely Dan's Asia is an untouchable piece of art. Might be my favorite of all time.
Yep. When is Good Old Fashioned Christmas Daddy's Home going to be on your vinyl?
The day that I take a shit on my turntable. All right.
Let's wrap this bad boy up.
What's next week?
Next week, we're talking about Jason Isbell's album, Southeastern.
Is it Isabel or Isbel?
Isbell, I suppose is actually the problem.
I'm not even sure. I'm asking
well,
you.
it's spelled Isbell. I always say Isabel because
I feel like
lazy.
we do. I would have
Yeah.
done the same.
Yep.
But he's a fantastic artist. If you're not hip to him, I look forward to tuning in on this. He is what if Bro Country went the Jedi way.
Yeah.
Would have sounded like. If you're a Tyler Childers or Chris Stapleton fan, you're going to love this.
Yep.
If you're a Morgan Wallen fan, I can say from the deepest part of my heart, fuck you.
Yep.
And we will see you next week. I'm Carl Carter Fansfield.
I'm Dan Woodard.
Bye.
That was a show about the album Man on the Moon, the end of the day. Concept album, not quite Kanye, cool production.
Backwards Beats Podcast is a Tunawood production recorded live at Thought Shack Studios in Halethorpe, Maryland.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can find us at Backwards Beats Podcast on most platforms.
Share the love, and we'll see you next week for another deep dive into the next album on Rolling Stone Magazine's Top 500 list. Until then, salt your melons.